All right. Hello, guys.
Hello.
What's going on, everyone? My name is Tom from Dreadlabs. Welcome to the first ever Dreadlabs live podcast. It's the fourth episode, actually. It's been a while, but yeah, welcome. I have a special guest with me.
Yes.
Your new co-host from now on. This is my girlfriend Gabi.
Hello. I'm Gabi.
You can call her Gabby if it's hard to pronounce.
Yeah, I think it's hard for non-Dutch people.
Yeah, I think so. We're gonna host the Dreadlabs podcast, and we're trying to do it weekly from now on. We want to talk design, we want to talk creativity, mental health, music, clothing, fashion, probably everything that like suits here, lifestyle stuff even. And as you can see, we also have a live chat going on. So yeah, don't feel shy. You can just ask us questions during the podcast here. Um, we wanted to create like a chill vibe where we can interact with our viewers. And there's also something else. Two disclaimers for today. So the first one is there might be a delivery guy coming here. As some of you might know, I spilled some gin over my laptop and I ordered like this special alcohol to clean it. And
Because
it's
your
supposed to.
keyboard is sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to deliver it within the hour. So there might be a little interruption there. And the second thing is you can actually start super chatting here, basically donating. And if you want to, we can try to like make a connection with you on Discord, and you can call in, ask us live questions, or talk to us live for a while.
Just join us.
Yeah, you can join us for the conversation. For that, you will need a Discord account as well. But yeah, we're still like in the process of trying to set that up. So there might be some difficulties there, but we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we can see some chats popping in. What's going on? What's going on? Zhao, I think I pronounced it right this time.
I'm wearing
Eddie.
the bucket hat for you.
Yeah, she especially wore the bucket hat for you. What's up, Jordan? He XPSD. How are y'all doing?
It's Eddie Jordan. Or what?
Sorry? No, there's Jordan.
Oh, other Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first thing we wanted to talk to you guys about is what we actually plan to like accomplish or do with this podcast. So the first few episodes of Dreadlabs podcast were basically like interviews with creative people, trying to teach you some things. And while that's cool and awesome as well, I think it's cool to create a like live hangout space for a community of Dreadlabs, where we can just talk about everything, not just design, not just music, not just, want to create like an overall like live setup, I guess.
Yeah. And that sounds right.
Yeah, and it would be like super cool to talk to you guys about like what you're doing in your daily lives. See if we can give you some advice on stuff. Basically, like have a good time overall. Especially like we are still in like kind of a lockdown, like a partial lockdown.
We are in lockdown.
Yeah,
it's a hard lockdown.
And like we can go out and go do like I don't know groceries and stuff, but there aren't any like.
The restaurants are closed, the gyms are closed.
Yeah, we're basically forced to stay inside, so it's nice to have like a little bit of social interaction first as well.
Evening clock? Is that how you say
Curfew.
It? Curfew.
Curfew. Yeah. Evening clock. What's up, Memo? How are you doing? So yeah, that's basically what we plan on doing. So yeah, it's a little bit. It's been difficult for us, but we just came back from. As you can probably maybe see, there's like quite some light going on from there, and that's because it's really sunny in the Netherlands today.
I kind of got a sunburn on my cheeks, as you can see in my arm.
Yeah, we had a picnic lunch with a friend of ours in like a how'd you call it? It's called the spoorzone.
It's like the station, and it's like the old buildings, and they kind of turn it into an urban place. Just like I think you said, it looks like Berlin.
Yeah, it's a little Berlin bit like how'd you say? It sounds like okay, so like it's this industrial area.
Yeah.
Next to the train tracks. So yeah, that's what. There's like a little bit of a grass patch over there, and we just sat down and had a picnic there. So yeah, it's 3 o'clock at this point, I think.
Yeah.
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
a
it's
few
a little bit
minutes
after, yeah.
7.
Yeah.
7 after 3.
So Jordan already has a question for us. How long did it take for you to get familiar with Illustrator? Decent at Photoshop. So yeah, there's a little bit of difficulty. I think there are a lot of people who, I guess, they either start with Photoshop or Illustrator. Like I had some people like that they were like starting with Illustrator and they had some trouble with Photoshop. I think you are one of those people as well, right?
In school, I first learned Photoshop, then Illustrator, and then InDesign. And I know we didn't really get to learn the program. It was like, watch this tutorial and you will learn.
Right.
But I think Photoshop, you can do too many things. And they didn't tell you what you can do. So I kind of left Photoshop.
Yeah.
And with Illustrator, it's much easier because you just work with shapes.
Yeah, it's a little more intuitive as well.
Yeah. Right? So that's why I think I'm better at Illustrator, but not as good as I can be.
So another thing that like a lot of people, I guess, hate about Photoshop who started in Illustrator is when you select like the image. In Photoshop, you have to press Command T or Control T to like start resizing it. And with Illustrator, you can just select it, right? Yeah. That's more intuitive.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of people like have trouble with that. But to answer your question, Jordan, it took me actually quite a while. I think maybe 6 to 12 months. And what I did was I had the subscription from my school for Linda, which now called LinkedIn Learning. And it has this guy called Van Glitchka, and he's like an Illustrator guru, if you will. He told me basically everything. He has like several series on LinkedIn Learning where he goes like over the actually I watched a course from Tony Harmer, aka the Design Ninja, and he goes like over the basics of Illustrator, and later I like learned how to draw in Illustrator and stuff with Van Glitchka. And then he also has a series which is called like Drawing Vector Graphics or something, and where he has like, I think almost like every week he has a new episode with a cool technique, getting yourself familiar with the basics of Illustrator. And what I did was I had like a home trainer, with the bicycle.
Yeah.
And I actually just went on there and I had that on a playlist and I put it on my TV through an HDMI cable. And I just cycled for like, I think 30 minutes a day or something. So I had a little bit of exercise while I learned new things. And then once I got off my bicycle, I tried to experiment those things and try to learn Illustrator.
Yeah. I think with me, I watched Terry White.
Oh, yeah.
I watched him for all the 3 programs. And he explains the basics just in 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's like one big video where he does it all, right? Yeah.
Yes, and I think that was great for me because I don't have the patience. And I don't know what I can do in this program. So just like the Chrome tab you learned me, I didn't know that was possible. Yeah. I was like, you can do that.
So you have to do 3D or like airbrushing
but for me it's harder to Google or search for videos, people explaining what to do because I don't know that it's possible.
Yeah.
So that's why I like one long video with the basics from Terry White.
Yeah, I think once you have seen the basics, not even like try to work with the basics, then it's time for you to like search for like super specific things. And that's the way I learned After Effects, by the way. It's just seeing how do I do this super specific effect. And there's always like a 20-minute tutorial or something. If you follow that, you see new workflow things, and you know what you learn what you came for. And that's, I think, if you do that like 20 to 50 times, then you start like, I guess you learn. That's the way I learn, I guess. It works for me. Let's see what the chat is saying, because it's kind of like getting busy in there.
Also the gin and tonic.
What's up, Arch?
Do you agree that you can that you shouldn't pay for software if you don't earn from it?
That's something I don't really. Oh, if you don't earn from it, okay. Yeah. Well, that's a kind of a difficult question, but So what I think is like before I started like making money with Photoshop, it's I need to learn it. So you have to
Yeah.
learn it, and once you like know about it, and once you because you can't like I can if I don't know a certain software, I can go to a client like, okay, I'll make this for you, but I don't know how yet.
But did you ever use a hacked version
Of
of
course, I
Adobe?
think everyone did.
Yeah, me too.
And
Until I started dating you.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like,
No.
so from a like designer standpoint, I kind of know what you mean, but then it's like once you get the hang of the software that you want to use and you are ready to make money with it, then it's time to like start getting clients, start doing work with it, and then you don't have any like reason anymore to like pirate it or like use it for free. So yeah, I kind of get where you're coming from, but as a like digital creator, I make my asset packs, and if someone says like I don't make money from by using your asset packs, so I shouldn't have to pay for it, that basically means that I have to give out a lot for free. And of course, there's a difference between me as a small business and Adobe, which is like a giant business with,
And it's quite a lot of money
yeah,
to get a subscription.
definitely, it's pretty expensive. So, but yeah, from a like web shop, like online asset kind of standpoint, it's like I make money from Patreon or by sharing my project files with you guys, or I make money from like these asset packs that I sell in Dreadlabs web store, and I have to pay my rent for this. That's also like besides like doing commissions and stuff. That's just how I make my money and how that's what I need to do to survive.
And I think if you're enjoying the process, it isn't like a hobby. If you go, maybe you do sports for your hobby, you pay the gym to do that. So
or you also pay for video games, right? And that's where there's like a super fine line between designing as a hobby, but it's also like a job. And you can do digital art, or you can do like super like business style things, so there's a little it's an interesting topic to talk about, but yeah, that's kind of how I see it.
I think most people started as a hobby.
Definitely, yeah.
Or they are interested in art or designing or being creative.
Definitely. And also like before I used Photoshop, I used this free software called paint.net, where I did my own cover artworks as a DJ.
Is it the paint you get free on your computer?
No. It's not
a different paint.
It's actually like it's a mix between like Microsoft Paint and Photoshop, I guess. But yeah, like I can't go back now. But
I saw you working with like paint and pixels.
Oh no, that's not like that. All right. Let's see what the chat says.
I agree with Charlie. Kind of pointless because you need to learn software first to make money. I just think. I think nobody.
Like for example, let's say you are a person who fixes like bicycles or cars. Let's say you're a mechanic and you fix cars, right?
Car fixer.
Yeah. Let's say that you need to. I can't go to a person without having any experience repairing a car. Like, hey, I'm gonna fix your car, and you have to pay me for it. And then they're like, "Do you know how to fix a car?" No, but I need to get paid before I learn it. That doesn't really make sense.
But I think, as Charlie says, you never start doing Photoshop because you want to earn money. I think, yeah.
There are people who did it, and I think
they think I want to be a designer, so I'm gonna learn this.
I
only know people who started this as a hobby and
definitely.
Later on did some small freelance jobs.
Yeah, definitely. But like, look at a printing shop, for example. Yeah. Like when I started working at a printing shop, there were people there who just went to work there and started learning the software or learned software beforehand.
That's different.
They never had the ambition to, for example, become like a cover artwork designer or a digital artist.
Yeah.
And that's where, like we just discussed, it's a fine line between it's a hobby or it's art, and it's like a business or it's work, and it's what's the opposite of art? Like, I guess a job,
Yeah, a job, a paid job.
Yeah.
Not in your style.
Yeah. So yeah, very interesting topic. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about using copyright-free images, illustrations, and elements with your design? Ooh, good question.
Also, a good question, and kind of tangles in what we just discussed, because I feel like a lot of people use, especially on Instagram, use like illegally acquired images, and that's why I always like make sure when I do a commission that I'm like I pay the photographer, or the photographer gets paid by my client already. Or I buy asset packs or something, and I make sure that I have a commercial license for them. So yeah, there's definitely like I make sure for commissions that I have like a license to use it. But for free work, let's say I do something that I just want to put on Instagram, and I don't want to make any money from it. I just don't want to, I don't want to use it as a commercials. I just want to practice my design skills. Then it's okay to use it. Or if you want to print it and hang it up in your own room or something, there's a difference between that.
I think it's kind of you can ask the question for yourself: do you want to pay for someone's work or not?
Yeah, and it's also
if you want to support someone.
Yeah, the same goes the other way around. Like, how would you feel if you were a photographer or something? Or a designer, you made this whole cool artwork, and then someone just copies your artwork, pastes in an artwork of his own, and starts selling it or something, or starts printing that and handing it out to people. Would you be fine with that, or would you like hate that? And if the answer is I wouldn't like that, then you should probably also consider if you would do it yourself or not, I guess.
But yeah, I know sometimes you don't have the budget, because for school, like I use Unsplash, the website for photos, and we edit them by drawing on them. So it's kind of you.
And Unsplash is free to use. Yeah. So yeah, that's why like there's also like a lot of sources where you can just use free stuff, and you are like allowed to do it. You know? So it's not only like it's not so that you cannot do it unless you have money or something. You know?
No.
So there are some free alternatives, which is nice. Actually, I heard this morning that they are being bought by Getty Images. You know Getty
really?
Images?
Yeah. I know them from like the celebrities.
They have like the watermarks. Yeah, right? Yeah.
Kim K.
Yeah. So they like I read the email, and it was like but we are still going to keep doing what we do because Getty Images is really inspired by us. So don't worry. So I'm really curious if they actually start like still releasing their stuff for free and stuff. And I think if not, there will be another platform which isn't bought by Getty Images yet.
It is. Yeah.
But I will say this, predicting this now. If you go on Unsplash and you search for stuff, there will be like a big banner
from
with
Getty.
Sponsored Getty Images on top, and they will be better results than the free stuff.
Of course.
I will guarantee that it will happen.
I think it's already there.
Is it?
I searched yesterday. I searched something.
Wait, let me look it up.
Yesterday I searched something for school, and I saw. Is it there?
Let's see.
I saw an ad for. I don't know if it was Getty or something different.
Okay, so it's not there yet, I think.
But maybe if you click on the photo.
No, not yet.
Oh, so, and I always get an ad for Adobe photos.
Oh, for Adobe stock.
Yeah, I'm like I already have that.
So if you go to like Pexels, people can't see this, but we're just like looking at sunshine or something.
Sunshine.
Sunset. I don't know.
Oh, romantic.
Oh wait, so this is the videos. Let's see. There are which website does have? Oh wait, it's the one with the free pack.
Oh yes, you have a lot of ads there.
Yeah. Raka says Unsplash is my savior, definitely.
Same.
Yeah, as you can see, like what did we just
Ramadan.
type?
Oh, it's almost Ramadan.
Really?
I think it's tomorrow.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wait, so they start like
I think it's almost around Easter always.
Okay, yeah, it changes. I think it goes like it comes earlier every day because it's on a different calendar or something. I mean this like there's a font result by Adobe stock. So, okay, the first thing I want to talk to you about is what did you have on repeat this week?
Oh, you know,
It can
that
be
one
a
song.
song.
I think I have two.
Okay, so I want to do this every week where we discuss what we have on repeat this week, and it can be a podcast, it can be some music, it can be like a TV show, something else.
Oh,
Um,
it's gonna be hard to choose.
but yeah, you already had one prepared, I think.
I like watching TV. I like all this. No, in the evening you like to work and I like to chill on the couch, and that's why one of the Netflix series, The Bold, I think it's The Bold Type or The Bold One.
The Bold Type.
The Bold Type. It's about three women working at a fashion magazine, and it's very woke, but it's kind of sticking to me, you know.
Yeah, it's something you put on and just like go check your phone or something.
Yeah, that and the song I need to search it. I can't play it.
Maybe like a small snippet, but
Yeah?
I don't want to get copyright striked.
No, I won't play it. Can you type it in the chat so people can search it or not?
Yeah, I can.
It's Feed the Fire from Lucky Day, I think. How you write it? It's a Man on Fire, the cover. I really like it. It was in a playlist I was listening.
Yeah.
While I was working on school last Monday, and I was like, yeah. I was kind of hair bobbing, and my classmate was asking, "What are you listening?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this song." And everybody was like, "Whoa, that's cool!" And everybody was like, "Yeah."
Nice.
You know, a song is good when you're hair bobbing.
Right? Yeah. I like when I play like loads of different music. And like sometimes just like Javi's on the couch here, and I always like when I play something new, I always like look backward like, is she head bobbing? Is she head bobbing? And but yeah, and I actually started checking out this S.G. Lewis, and he's pretty big already. Like this isn't like an underground song.
Mm-hmm. But I never heard it or him.
Well, I heard the song, but I don't. I haven't seen it like. I haven't heard it like. I don't know where I hear it.
Yeah.
You know? Have we seen Brockhampton's new music video? No, we haven't.
No. Is it good? Do we need to watch it?
We'll probably need to watch it. Like, there are, I think, like a lot of people within our like community like Brockhampton. And
do you know who he is?
It's a boy band group.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you don't know?
No.
Oh, it's
One Direction.
No. It's more like of a more hip hop based, I guess. So wait, I'll.
Wait. I have a little knowledge of music.
I'll try to put a song for you.
Yeah, I like some songs, but I don't.
Yeah, you don't really check artists.
No, I don't really check on artists.
While I look this up, you can watch or you can answer Xiao's question.
It's a hard question for me. I listen to everything. I can say I like Dutch music, like Frans Duits, all.
It's very folk.
Yeah, it's very bad, but I like it, and I think one of the genres I keep on getting back is like soft techno, I think, and R&B, chill, lo-fi vibes is one of the genres that keeps coming back to me. But sometimes I like hardstyle and rap, like yeah. But it's when I'm angry or when I'm sporting or something like that, working out.
I think it's Buzzcut that we need to watch, right? It's 6 days old. So let's see.
We're gonna watch it now.
We're watching it now, so I don't really know.
How did he make it?
That's insane. I already want to know who did this.
Yeah.
You might have know some songs ago.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Wait, how did he...
I love this.
I love that his hair matches his blouse.
I think it has like a Y2K vibe because of the super wide fisheye lens.
Yeah.
But then it's also like this... It has a 2021 like vintage look, you know, like.
Yeah.
I love this. I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch the rest of it later.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, Jackson, I'm glad you feel the same. I never know someone by name or song. When Tom asks me, "Do you know this?" I'm no.
I'm
Even with persons, when you ask me, "Do you know puntje puntje puntje?" I'm like, no. But when I see a picture, I'm like, yeah, I know her.
yeah, it's mostly like I need to put on a song, you know, like for example, we were talking about Joji the other day.
Yeah. Give me
She
love.
loves Give Me Love.
Love.
And
It's a head bopping.
yeah, it's a head bopper. So yeah, we basically I was like, this is the dude who was Filthy Frank, and this is the dude who did this, and you know, I start listening all of these like facts about him or like information because I love that, you know, like for example, that's why I'm just such a big fan of Childish Gambino as well. Like he's just an amazing creative in general. He's not just a musician;
Yeah.
he's also like a crazy good actor and producer. And yeah, same goes for Stromae. You know, I don't know if you know guys know him from that song Papa Ute.
I like that. That night we watched his concert.
Yeah. And I was like, I want to like show you more of an artist than just their songs. And I sat on a like live concert of him in Canada, I think it was. Yeah. And it just
Toronto?
like and it gives you like a little bit more about what an artist is about, and I think that's what I love about music and musicians. So I try to like kind of like share it with you.
I really liked it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's super cool to just have like one artist and you can just go and dive into this person's life.
Front the couch, I think, not on it, but on the front, on the tapestry.
On the carpet.
And we watched the TV and you were telling me stuff and you would pause the video and just like look at there and
it's really cool and to like talk about like visuals and stuff and the creative process. Let's see what the chat is saying. So yeah, people in the chat also want to know what you had on repeat this week. I know it's only Wednesday, but yeah, what like got you through the week so far? Was it a TV show?
Corona has thrown off my weeks. We can start the week at Wednesday. So
what like was it a podcast maybe? I don't know what I listened to actually. Maybe I don't really like watch that much of TV and stuff.
You watch TV with me? Oh, Avatar.
We also we have a tradition of watching Last Airbender when we have like supper.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, and there's also like there are like some festivals who are starting to sell their tickets this year.
Yeah. I see a delivery guy.
Oh, so there might be a delivery now.
Are you gonna go or yeah. I'm not wearing shoes.
You are?
No, I'm just wearing socks.
3, 2, 1.
Yes, it is.
That was nice.
Yeah. I will keep on going. I made a video on Twitch, haha. Oh, it's nice. Yeah. Horizons I. Oh, the Grizz, I know them. Tom played it for me, I think, last week or 2 weeks ago. Someone said it's 6:25 a.m. So it's early, man. I would still be in bed. There's Jou. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's multiple packages. It's like Christmas here. You can see it, but
there's clay and there's like a cleaning alcohol.
Oh, my clay. Yeah. Last week, I kind of went through not a mental breakdown, but I got really sad about Corona and being every day the same because I'm in school. In daytime and in nighttime, I just watch Netflix. So we ordered clay and paint. So I kind of have to be an artist again.
Yeah, you can kind of like dive into creativity again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I had the alcohol order to clean my keyboard from the gin that spilled over my laptop last week.
Yeah. Are you gonna do it tonight?
Jackson crawled out of bed to see this.
Yeah. I just said
6:30.
6:25. Wow. It's so early.
Oh my god, I love your dedication, guys. Like seriously, that's so cool that people are like getting out of bed early to watch this.
Yeah. I think we all all the days in the week we wake up at 8, I think.
Yeah, since COVID, I have
Yeah.
nowhere to go, so I can just wake up at like
Yeah.
8 and like get on my desk at 9.
And my school starts at 9.
Yeah, take my sweet time there.
Yeah. On Monday we wake up earlier because my school starts at 8:30. So
Yeah. So yeah, really good job, guys. Do you agree about commissions without paid with reason of friends? So I think you mean like if your friends ask you to do a commission for free, right?
yeah, I did talk about this on school.
Really?
And yeah. And I don't, it's hard to get an opinion about it because when your friend has a shop, you can't go to the shop and say I want this shirt for free because
Yeah.
they bought it. But when
Right.
you work for someone, you can't say I want it for
Yeah,
free.
because time
Yeah.
is, and for me time is money though, but like
Yeah. And even if the person didn't come to you, he
Mhm.
will go to another person and pay them.
Yeah, and I think
So maybe a discount. Yeah, I will give them a discount or do it for free because
definitely.
I think it's hard to say no for me, but
Lucas comes with a very good point here as well. Like how much you have to ask yourself how
yeah.
much work is it? How good of a friend is this? Like if this is your best friend and he really really needs it,
Yeah.
or if it's just like an old school friend who needs something from you, even though you haven't talked like for a while and stuff.
Yeah.
Uh,
A neighbor is yelling outside.
yeah, that really depends, you know. Um, yeah, definitely. Like, for example, I have some good friends of mine, but they are willing to pay me as well. So there's also you don't only have to ask the question if they are a good enough friend to get it for free, but also are they a good enough friend of you to support you and pay for you for what you've done.
Yeah, because when one of my friends comes out with something, I'm like, yeah, woohoo, you go, girl, and I will,
Yeah,
I'm gonna buy their stuff,
definitely.
and I kind of expect them to do it the same for me when I drop
Right.
my web shop.
Yeah, definitely. And
Yeah.
another thing is like, for example, you can do like, for example, like some social media posts for free.
Yeah.
But then if he afterwards comes with like a bigger job and he made some money, then you can ask to get paid as well, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, the best thing to do this with your friends if you don't want to ruin the friendship or anything is just be transparent about it, you know? Talk about this stuff with your friends.
Yeah.
So tell them how you feel about certain things and let them talk about how they feel about it. And you can probably get things worked out. And if not, then this person might not be a good friend after all, you know?
I think friendship and money is always quite a iffy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I've had some problems with that in the past as well.
Yeah, but even not in work related, I'm kind of a people pleaser. When if I go out with someone, I don't know if there's an English word for ticky. You can send.
I think it's like a Venmo or something.
Yeah,
you know,
payment link, and if I'm not sending
payment request, I guess.
Yeah, in the same evening, and it's the next day. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can send it, but of course I can send it. But
you feel like kind of guilty or something. Yeah.
Like I'm taking the money, but I know it's not because they ate the food.
Yeah, and another thing, like when we were allowed to go out, you know, like you just give a round and you expect to get a round back, you know, like not everyone does that, but I think it's common courtesy.
Yeah,
like you don't have to ask that. I guess if I give you a beer for free, then you will later give me that beer again.
But I think maybe
at some point you don't have to do
a Dutch thing.
I don't know,
because we're what do they always say? Dutch are cheap, stingy. Yeah, we are. No.
Yeah. No, I like to think I'm kind of generous. Not like the most generous person, but I'm not stingy with my money.
I must come back to the clay because this week I had quite a lot bill to pay.
Yeah, you had to pay your rent and stuff.
Yeah, I had to pay my rent and I didn't have enough money and you paid it for me.
Yeah, I was like, you need to have nice things too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's sweet.
So Momo is okay. Sorry, I left with your name, but we watched a lot of Avatar: The Last Airbender. So
Appa.
Where do you derive your inspiration? What's your process for being creative? Because sometimes I feel like I've ran out of creative juice. Nothing interesting comes out of my mind. That's a normal feeling. So don't worry about that. You don't have anything like crazy mentally. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just being a normal human being. I have a video on what to do with a creative block and how you can get out of it. And what I used to do is I would blame myself if I wasn't creative for a day. And if I would just, sometimes you just have those days where you're not feeling it, you know, like you're not like creative. And what I tend
you want
to
do something different.
Yeah, but like what I used to do is I was about to blame myself for not being creative because that wasn't productive.
Yeah.
So what I started doing was, okay, if I'm not feeling creative, I am going to clean up my folders for my clients and my downloads on my computer. I'm gonna tidy my desk. I'm gonna dust off my desk.
Does it work for you?
Yeah, because then I still feel productive, even though I cannot feel creative, you know? So that's kind of like one way that I handle it. Another way is just like stop making anything and just start like taking in visual inspiration. For example, I have a lot of design books or Pinterest, Instagram. But Instagram can be a little bit toxic because you feel like you have to compete with all of those people. And with a book, I don't really have that. So yeah, that's how I like kind of.
For me, I'm kind of an organized freak. I need to plan it. So when it's Friday, I think, okay, Sunday I'm free. And Sunday I'm going to be creative. And that kind of works for me. I don't know why, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess. It doesn't really work for me that way, but...
yeah, but sometimes
again, everyone's
I feel...
different, I guess.
But sometimes in the evening I feel like I want to draw and then I'm going to draw. But like big project, maybe painting a big canvas or something, I need to plan it. Like tomorrow evening I'm free. Okay, I'm going to paint this. And then I'm going to start a Pinterest board around it. Yeah. I need to plan it a kind of bit.
Yeah, and definitely like, for example...
And I like working with inspiration a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to come up by it by myself.
Right, yeah, definitely.
Is it the right sentence?
That good advice. Let's see, what's Lucas saying?
Do you plan on doing clothing in the near future?
Yeah, I'm actually in the process of recording a full-on video series where I create a clothing brand or a clothing collection from scratch. I'm still in that process. I think I've recorded over 3 episodes now, but I want to release them like not in one go, but I want to release them. I don't want to like have this recorded and then like in 5 weeks I don't have time to record it anymore, you know. I want to have it finished before it goes up. So yeah, definitely we're gonna do more with clothing in the near future. Still waiting on some like I have to pay some taxes, I guess, and because when those are paid, I can buy some new equipment that I want to use for that video series.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one. That's what I'm gonna do with the clothing in the near future. So there is another collection coming up. So Pasha is saying,
what are the languages close to Dutch? Do you guys understand like German and Scandinavian?
So the closest one is definitely Flemish, which is in Belgium. Belgium is like divided into countries.
It's the same.
Yeah, there's like some words that you don't understand, but then you like, oh, it's like this, and it's like, oh.
You pronounce it a bit weird.
Yeah.
But it's the same with
it's a different
German.
accent.
Yeah.
But with German, you can see that it derived from the same like language, like from in history, but you cannot really like understand everything.
But I think it's Dutch. I think it's one of the hardest languages to learn.
I think the hardest one is Finnish. Finnish?
Ja.
Is it called Finnish? From Finland.
Yeah.
and then it's Dutch, I think.
Yeah, but I think English is quite almost the same as Dutch. Some words.
English.
Yeah.
Or German.
No, both. Yeah. German, it's like when you speak Dutch, you can speak German, just with a different.
Yeah, you just have to learn like the rules and stuff. Yeah.
Except bike. It's very different. Fahrrad.
Fiets and Fahrrad, yeah.
But like in the Netherlands, you learn in preschool, you learn English, German, French. I learned Spanish.
Yeah, my brother did too. I didn't learn Spanish, only like French. Yes, this is my girlfriend.
Yes.
Kajia, I hope I pronounced it right.
I'm also his roommate.
Also roommate, yes.
Housekeeper.
Sometimes.
No.
So I never stop creating, so I really don't plan things too much.
Speaking of beer, is beer a big deal in the Netherlands? Yes, it is.
Beer. What
Yes, Xiao.
Oh.
Also, what's the best way? Oh, it's a hard question.
So in terms of like
beer is a big thing.
Pilsners, that's how you call it, like the normal beers,
Pils.
right? Yeah, Pilsners,
Yeah.
I think it's called in English. My favorite, I think, either Jupiler, which is like a Belgian brand, and Hertog Jan, which is basically like translated to Duke Jack.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's those are my favorites, and
Yeah.
then there's like it's kind of a big thing. And in the summer I like my white beers.
I like sweet beers.
Yeah,
like
the red ones.
The red ones with the cherries. But I also like white, and when I'm on festival, I will drink normal pilsner.
Yeah. Or like Desperados, which I don't think we have it internationally, but I think it's like a tequila flavored beer.
Yeah,
it's pretty nice. Let's see.
Can you show off your favorite design books?
Yeah, I will get some of them in a few minutes.
Never created.
There, says Jackson. Yeah. What's up, Woos? I think Woos, Woo Zeros. And I, for some reason, I just continue butchering every name that comes in the chat. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah.
It's okay.
So I'll get some of my favorites.
Which one are you gonna show? The one you don't see, but the microphones are how do you say it? Standing on top of two books. Let's look at the comments.
I'll get 5. Let's see. There is no one.
I get crazy wrapped up in ethics of the business and sourcing good products with having to. Yeah, it's hard to think of a good price by your product.
Definitely, and but the most important thing is if you are doing this for business instead of like doing something creative, is is it profitable?
Yeah.
You're not gonna sell something where you don't make enough money to keep your business running.
Yeah.
So from a business perspective, that's the most important part.
Yeah. And I'm working with a friend of mine about releasing a book, and it's not. We're not gonna make a profit out of it. I think it's not.
You're just doing it for the creativity.
Yeah.
You're doing it for people.
Yeah. Not for the money.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the most important thing that you have to ask yourself, but you should ask yourself up front, I guess. But sorry, about the design book. So there are 2 books here. Sorry, I can't really grab them right now. But those are called The History of Graphic Design Volume 1 and Volume 2. Volume 2 especially is one of my favorites because that goes over one of my favorite design eras, which is the 80s and the 90s, especially the underground rave scene. But luckily I have a book on that as well. I'll go over the first one here, which is a book that doesn't have a title. And that's the thing that I like the most about this. This is a book that I found in Berlin. I'll show you some illustrations. So I found this at
flea market.
No, it's at a graffiti store at an industrial setting. For the people who are familiar with it, RAW Gelände. And yeah, it didn't have a title, and I never really knew who the illustrator was. I still don't know actually, but that's what I love about it. Like this will be like a mystery that I'll have in my cabinet for probably the rest of my life. And
maybe somebody knows.
Yeah, I've asked around actually on my story and stuff, but no one knows it. I've asked like German designers.
Yeah.
Because I figured that this person must be German, right? But yeah, this is one of my favorites. Then we have the one and only book here by the legend Yuta Kawaguchi, aka Gucci Maze. You guys probably already know him.
It's crazy.
And
I really like this one.
Yeah, the crazy thing about this book is that it's like a showcase of his works, but all of the pages are different printing ways on different paper, as you can see. So, for example, this is like really like how do you say it's kind of like shiny paper, if that makes sense. For like super high detailed like full color prints.
Some of it is a thick paper.
Yeah, and here you have like I don't know if it's screen printed, but this is like reflective silver printing. I don't know if you can see it in the reflection here.
Yeah.
And then we have like, yeah, it just also like feels different. It's definitely like a different paper or something, you know. It has a different texture to it when you feel it. But yeah, it
like
just
it's
contains
normal because when you print your work, you print it for some kind of paper and you see it in your
you just use it for the full book, right?
Yeah.
So this is like kind of like more of a like a matte like paper, I guess. So this is really really cool. So
the camera doesn't do it. It's the best. It's in real life. It's way much beautiful.
Yeah, and he only made 500 of these, so I had to get it. And I think it was also like, yeah, definitely like I think who says it, like Jackson, yeah. It's crazy expensive. So, yeah, to print that, I guess. And
but was the book expensive?
I paid 70 euros for it, but that was including the shipping.
Okay.
So that's pretty expensive for like this book.
For a little bookie.
Yeah. Another one here is Brand by Hand by John Cantino. He's a New York designer who is probably mostly famous for his illustrations and lettering. I listen to this guy's podcast all the time with his intern, Brent the intern.
Is he still an intern?
I don't think. I think he just. I think he works there because they started the podcast in 2018 or something.
Oh yeah, it's a really long internship.
Yeah,
you need to get paid.
But like this book, like showcases a lot of his works, but also like contains like text about his life, his inspiration, how he works, what he thinks is important in life, what defined him as a person. Even like, let's see if I can pull up some sketches. Let's see. Yeah, he also like has just like sketches and stuff, you know. And he look at this. Like I love this, and it's especially like cool because you can just see the full process of him, not just the end results of his like work, you know.
And I like that it's a big book.
Yeah,
it's not just small. It's something you can really grab on
and get into, you know.
I feel like the one before is kind of tiny.
Yeah, and you can just like if you just like browse through it a little quickly, you're done in 5 minutes, you know. So this one is also like a really nice one. It's called Rave Art. Flyers, invitations, and membership cards from the birth of acid house and clubs and raves. It's kind of like a weird like size, I guess. But so this book contains rave flyers, a lot of rave flyers from I think like the late 80s until the 90s. And it's just like it contains so much content. It's super cool to see what these flyers look like, what the main inspiration of my work looked like back then.
But it's only like the designs, not the stories about it.
No, there's like a quick little monologue in the front, but it's just for inspiration. But yeah, those are some of my favorite design books. Let's see what the chat has been talking about in the meantime.
I can read it fast. I need a glass.
Oh wow, Jackson's making a book at 400 posters and you're at 87. Wow, that's already like you're almost 25% done. That's crazy.
Why 400, not 100?
I think like a lot of people in the design scene feel like you can't really like release a book until you've done like a lot, like a lot of work. Same goes for John Cantino. He has been in the industry for over 15 years. So yeah, I would like to release a book myself, but like I feel like I'm too young to release a book. I guess I don't know. Maybe like I would like to do like a book after 5 years of Dreadlabs or something.
You're very old of spirit, so.
I think if you would like go to my full work archive as a designer, the earliest work and that's not like by any means like good work, but That dates back to 2013.
Like Jackson's explanation.
What's up, Jack?
Oh, is it
Our friend Jack is in.
Jackie?
Yeah.
Aw, hi Jack.
How are you doing, mate?
Mate.
How are you doing, your dingo baby?
Yeah.
Let's see. What is the special thing about these books? Is there's a limit. Yeah, that's definitely the same for the Gucci Maze book, Heeks. I'm not sure if I pronounced your name right, Heeks, but yeah, the scarcity of them,
The rarity?
how rare they are, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what makes them unique as well. You know, and it would be cool to do like how do you say, like a second edition.
Yeah, a
But yeah.
follow-up.
Let's say that, for example, Gucci Maze ends up like growing like 100 times bigger than he is right now. And I'm one of the first people who had his first book. You know, that makes it so much more special.
Fake first guest. Ow.
Fake first guest of Jack.
Jack. Ow.
And the funny part is that Jack is the first guest of the fake Dreadcast.
What?
We actually before like the first video of Dreadlabs launched, me and Jack recorded an episode of the podcast in, what was it, like I think December or November 2019.
So
that was before Dreadlabs went live. And we never ended up releasing it because it was kind of like weirdly filmed, I guess.
Do you want to do it again?
Definitely.
Oh, Jack, hit him up.
There's the thing, like that's why I didn't really like invite digital guests anymore and start to not continue it for now. Is there's like so much issues with internet connection and delays and stuff like that, and there is software to fix that, but it's quite expensive. So
you just stick with me. No, I understand. No, I plan B.
You're not a plan B. Let's see. The team will be posters from collage to document my growth and explanation. That's a really cool idea, though. Yeah, and the first podcast was basically Jack insulting me for 40 minutes.
I would love to see
that. Yeah, the podcast or the book of Jackson?
The podcast.
Oh wow, okay.
But also the book.
I can see if I still have it. It might be on my old computer.
We can watch it. Maybe we can do a live stream on it.
Live stream and not live podcast.
The cringy YouTubers always do that. Watching my first video.
Oh, right. Or you know what the whole thing is in the
reacting to my first video gone wrong.
You know what the weirdest thing is?
What?
You know what a PokeTuber is?
A Pokemon YouTuber, yeah. I think, yeah.
And it started this whole trend of PokeTuber reacts. And they basically, like, you know, Jaden Animations, like this big YouTuber who makes animations? They all watch her videos and react to it. Like, how cheap of a content.
Wait, what? Why?
I don't know.
Why not watch something like the TV show or...
Yeah, I haven't really, like... I don't see the point of doing a reaction video anyway. Like, if you don't have anything useful to add, at least.
Yeah, maybe some people would want your opinion about something. Like, I play The Sims, and I watch reaction videos when a new game pack gets released. And I watch the big gamers.
Yeah, but they, like, kind of review that pack, I think.
Yeah, I think they watch the announcement trailer and go... shot by shot by it from, I see this new wallpaper and I think that's cool, but what if they did this?
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a little bit more like
in depth.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Let's see what kind of like I think we should do a client horror story.
Which one?
It's the client horror story is a segment that I wanted to keep doing, actually, where we talk about like a negative or weird or creepy experience that one of us had with a client in our freelance career. So yeah, who should start? Do you want to start?
I got two, but I will tell one. I think I will not say his name.
No, you shouldn't.
No, but a classmate of mine
You
asked
don't
me.
even have to do like you don't have to go like too much into.
But I made a logo for him, and he put 3 different styles, so it was kind of hard to make one. And so I sent him, I think, 12 proposals, and I worked on it 3 hours. And I said, this is how much money I want for this.
This is my hourly rate. I did 3 hours of work.
So you can choose now which one you like, and I will work on that later. And he said, really? This much money for this, what you make? I know I can do it for less. I said, okay.
Yeah, he basically said, I did the same. I went to the same school as you, and this wouldn't take 3 hours.
Yeah, and but he did ask me to make it, so I thought, you see my portfolio, and you can see what I do.
If you wanted to do it yourself, you could have done it yourself. You never had to hire another person to do it.
But I did finish the job, so
yeah.
But I felt very guilty later on to.
But the funniest part is that comment about like I went to the same school and this doesn't take that much time. It only shows how ignorant that person is. Like, does he really think? Does this person really think that a logo like Google's logo, for example, does he really think that someone took 3 hours to make that?
No.
Of course not. You know.
I don't like the logo that I made for him.
No, but that's his style. He chose a different design, right? And that's the weird part about like people try and tend to think that they know how much time some designs or some work takes, but they don't. They really don't.
But I kind of felt unsure about it later on in the process when I worked maybe 2 hours for it. I was like, did I really work 2 hours? Shouldn't I say less to him?
A way to fix that for yourself, if you want to need like proof, at least only for yourself, even, is setting a timer or maybe even like record your screen. You know,
I did it.
So or you don't even need to record your screen. Just like record your phone and put it to the side of your desk and you'll start working.
That is one of my horror stories. That's another horror story. It was the first time I thought, okay, I don't know what to say. And mostly I know what to say because I'm very direct.
It's I think I have a fun one.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like ever since a while I started working only with like the people I wanted to work with, right? Because I have that like privilege, I guess. I have that. I'm blessed enough to choose to do that.
I'm curious what's gonna come next. I don't know which story it is.
But a while ago, I used to work for people who also like I did it just for the money. And one of these people was like a food delivery place.
Oh.
And so this person,
I know this story.
I did like a menu card like kind of thing, restaurant menu card for him in I think 2019 or something.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2018, like quite a while ago. And this back then I was only charging like 30 euros an hour. No, even less. I think 25 euros an hour or something.
You just started.
Yeah. And I had him. Yeah, and he had. I worked 2 hours on it, and he had to pay 50 euros. Fast forward 2 years, he comes to me and he sends me an email like, I want to have this menu done. It's 3 pages, and I need to have it in either a snowy style or a chalkboard style. It has to do something with Christmas. So I was like, okay, no,
because chalkboard is Christmas.
Well, it kind of looked Christmassy. What he had in mind, but you know, it was weird.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I'll try to do something like luxury looking with Christmas trees and stuff like that. You know how it works. So yeah, I did that and I put it up, and he was like, oh, I don't really like this. And I was like, okay, fine. I worked an hour on it. And now later I just like he sent me like a visual like example of what he wanted, and then I did the chalkboard one. So what I did with the chalkboard was I did the design exactly how he wanted it, and then he had some remarks and I had to do it. And so I ended up working on the chalkboard for 2 hours. So in the end it was 3 hours, but I then charged like, was it like 40 euros an hour? So I sent him the invoice and he was like, well, I'm not going to pay that. And I was like, yes, you are.
Yeah.
This isn't up for discussion. I did this work for you. And he was like, yeah, but like, and he sent me like a screenshot of 2 years ago. And it was like, yeah, but here I only had to pay 100 euros for 2 hours. And that's when I had to explain the whole thing to him. And basically, in the end, I said, okay, fine. You get like this small of discount, but I don't want to work with you ever again. And I'm not going to recommend anyone to you.
It's so strange because...
And that's even on me, you know? Like, I
Yeah.
should have just like asked him to pay the full amount.
Because you can go to his restaurant and say, oh, I don't want the fries, so I'm not going to pay for the fries on your plate.
And like, imagine like buying those fries, eating them, and then saying, I don't want them.
Yeah.
Or
even halfway there.
And it was kind of on me because I didn't really tell my rates were changed.
Yeah.
But yeah, still, it was really weird, and I didn't want to talk to him again after that. So we have a couple of questions in the chat. Joey says, you do really inspire me. Thank you so much, man.
Did you go to uni or graphic design? For graphic design? I did not. I studied communication in the creative industry, but I learned a bit of graphic design in school, and it's one of the I don't know how to say it in English, competencies.
It's one of the many like learning.
Yeah, we have 5 subjects you need to learn.
Yeah.
And one of them is context and design. So it's a small part.
Yeah.
But it's like you can make it as big as you want.
Definitely.
I like it, so I'm gonna do a lot.
And I studied communications and multimedia design, which is kind of the same, but it's more also based around coding and communicating with like IT departments. But yeah, I'm self-taught in design and stuff. So yeah. So ARA is asked, what is the point of the channel? I take it that you are new to the channel. So yeah, welcome to the community. Dreadlabs is, like Jack says, a creative community where I try to inspire you and help you get better at graphic design, music production, clothing, basically anything creative that we think is cool. You can join us by going on Discord, talk to other creatives about it. You can watch the YouTube channel where you can see podcasts.
Normally, I'm not here.
Yeah, this is the first time. Tutorials, what is
Fashion.
more? Live videos. There's a web shop where we sell assets, clothing. So basically, like everything that we think is cool, we do on this platform. And it mainly revolves around graphic design at this point in time. So yeah. Let's see what other topics we have. So one important thing that I wanted to talk about today was working from home, I guess. Because like we said earlier in this episode,
we both work from home at this moment.
And it's tiresome.
I started work from home from last year, April, I think. So I'm still in school. So I'm studying from home, and I work in a clothing shop in the weekends. But in the Netherlands, the shops have been closed since, I think, mid-December.
Yeah.
So they're starting to open now, but I'm like, since December till now, I'm fully home with you.
You were out of work. You had to do school from home.
Yeah, and we both live in our apartments, but we work here. You work in the living room, I work in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And we're always together.
Yeah, and it's nice.
It's fun.
and we can work things out, but as you can probably imagine, it can be tiresome at some points during the day or during the week. So yeah, we wanted to talk a little bit about how you guys have been handling COVID, how you guys have been handling what here in the Netherlands is 1 year of lockdowns and shenanigans, I guess. So yeah, basically.
You can come here, Jack. You can stay on the couch in Tom's office.
So yeah, and I'm kind of used to like working from home because I've been freelancing from home like ever since I can remember, and I had a mental breakdown or nervous breakdown in 2019. So I was experienced with like only being surrounded in my room for 6 months, a year before the whole Corona thing happened. But yeah, it hasn't really like ended up well. It's for me, it's not like over like 18 months that I've been experienced with only working at home. And luckily, I have some clients where I can just like go to their offices sometimes and have some meetings outside of my house. We go on walks regularly, which is nice. But
even when it rains or snows.
yeah, even if it rains or snows. But I would give my pinky toe to go out to the terrace now.
Terrace?
Terrace.
Is it? Okay,
I think it's
I
terrace, right?
understood something really different.
What then?
I thought you mean terrorist.
No, not terrorist,
No.
the terrace, like going out on like to a bar or something.
Yeah. I was like, what? Yeah, it's hard. Even like today, it's really sunny. It's 27
Yeah.
Celsius.
It's 27 degrees Celsius.
Celsius, yeah. I know it's different in America. Or
Yeah, it's Fahrenheit, I think.
Fahrenheit, but it's like really hot.
Yeah.
And
especially here.
Yeah, you just want to go to a restaurant and sit in the sun with a beer and a bitterball.
Yeah, and they rather have you wouldn't go outside even, you know.
Yeah. Just like the park. We have a park nearby us, and they closed it yesterday because it was too busy. Yeah. Like, what do you expect if everything is closed?
Yeah,
Not to be political, but
yeah, and I'm not anti-lockdown or anti-COVID or anything, you know, but it's hard mentally.
Yeah. Yeah. I really heard that. Everest.
So yeah, AR8 asks, what do you do when a client wants something outside of your style?
Ooh.
And it really depends on where you are in your career, I guess, because I feel like I am confident enough to say that I can reject like so what's it called again? I can reject a commission like that because I feel like, okay, I think I make enough to get by for the rest of the month, so I can reject that if I would want to. In other like scenarios, I would like to do it. You know, it would be fun to do something out of my style for a change. So it really depends on how you stand in it as well. So if you think you can do it and if you like to do it, I wouldn't see a reason why not to. You know?
Like I don't have a specific style or regular client, so I can work different styles. But I'm not really a freelancer, I think.
So what would you do if someone asks you to do something and which isn't your style, but you also don't know how to do that style? How would you handle that?
I would ask you.
Yeah, okay, but
how can I do it? And I would ask you if it's really hard, and if you say yes, I will not do it.
Yeah, okay.
Or I would just say to the clients, yeah, I can do it, but it takes this many hours.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't know if I'm capable for it.
Yeah, and for me, it's I see it as a challenge, I guess. Yeah. You know, like if it's a cool client, I would just say yes and learn it over the weekend and show them a proposal on Monday. Yeah. You know.
But I'm not really a doorzetter. I'm not really a.
Yeah, you don't feel the need to do that.
Yeah. Like I like designing, but it's not a passion of mine. I just like being all around creative.
Yeah. It's fine, Jack. And the same goes. Yeah, Jack is a friend of mine who also runs a podcast, and he asked me to do some stuff for him outside of my style as well. But yeah, same thing there. Yeah. And also tangles in with a friend of mine. I believe in him as a creator, and I think it's just cool what he does. So I can just do that for free or for a fixed price or something. You know, I don't charge him the full amount. Because I feel the need to not to do that, I guess. So Joao has a good question. It really depends on clothing. I worked in an internship where there were also like a lot of fashion designers. So there's a little bit of a difference between designing something that just has to be printed on a t-shirt or designing the fit of a t-shirt or designing the clothing itself.
Yeah.
And because that's a whole like thing apart.
And you can just get a t-shirt and print your design on it, but it's not. Then it's gonna be merchandise and not clothing. I think.
If you want to, and an actual like t-shirt it takes a little bit more. You have to know how fittings work and stuff. You have to do technical drawings.
How it's gonna look on everybody's body type.
Yeah. So
someone with boobs, without boobs.
Good example.
Yeah. Like when you print a logo here, it's gonna look different.
Yeah, definitely. And
like your Dreadlabs logo, it looks different on me than on you.
Yeah, really.
I like
it does. So those are all things that you have to take into account. So what I would advise someone who has no experience in fashion design to do is buy 2 mannequins, a male and a female one, or maybe like with different body types or something. Buy some like blank clothes and try to print some stuff and use like little
sample
nails, not like nails.
Sewing.
Yeah, so needles.
And
you stick your design on it, see what it looks like, stuff like that. And I would kind of like try to watch a fashion design course or like learn from a fashion designer or something if you really want to make custom clothing with custom fittings and stuff. As of a rave bucket hat, I think I would just like buy sample bucket hats from like a factory or something and
because
try
bucket
designs.
hat is different. It's difficult to find a bucket hat that fits you.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah. Tom has kind of a weird shaped head, I think.
Yeah.
Something when you wear a bucket hat, it looks weird.
Yeah, it looks odd, yeah.
But even if this one looks, I think, good.
Yeah. There's also one with this has like really high on top, or like the flaps are longer or something. Yeah.
Maybe I should buy another one from this shop.
Shout out to Zipper Vintage Clothing.
Yeah. It's overpriced, but it's good quality.
Yeah. So Jiwei asked what my favorite font is, and that's a really, really hard question because I have so many. On the top of my head, Nimbus Sans is my favorite one. That's actually a font that you can also see on the screen, like here. Because that's one of the Dreadlabs fonts, but Height typefaces, HIDE typefaces has like some really cool stuff as well. AR8 asks if is it hard to make clothing line. I think it's like we're fortunate enough to live in a small country where you can just drive to every city and like walk into a store and with samples and like, hey, you want to sell this clothes. So
but like it's hard to make. So I think he means the production of it.
I think a lot of people that I know just have the production in like Turkey, China, like Asia-based countries where like they have a lot of
shipping. No, it's
not really drop shipping.
No,
printing on demand.
Yes.
No. But I actually like a lot of clothing brands just have their production based in China and they buy. They buy bulk.
Yeah.
I think it's not very different from America.
No.
Or any other country. No.
I don't know. Like the Netherlands is a small country, but we act like it's very big.
The Netherlands.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, we're a family-friendly podcast, so I'm not gonna say that word because I don't want to get demonetized.
Which one?
Is it good to keep expanding and learn new stuff? Is it better to stick with one niche and perfect it? I'm confident and comfortable in what I do, but I would also want to. So I'm basically the same way. I started doing music. I want to pursue a career in music. I found out that I'm better at design than I'm at music. So I wanted to do music, but I feel bad mentally because I like let my dream of becoming a musician die. So that's a really good question. Basically, I'm crap. So there you can have two things. You can also say, for example, my strength as a designer is that I can do multiple things. I can do the concepting, cover artwork, and complete animations, the merchandise apparel as well. So my strength is that I can do all of those things at quite an intermediate level. I wouldn't say like
Mm-hmm.
I'm an expert graphic designer. I wouldn't say I'm an expert musician. I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't say I'm an expert like animator or something. So my strength is that I can do all of those things well enough so you can do so a artist can, for example, ask me to do all of those things. And then there's also like a lot of people who you can see on Instagram, and they're so
Mm-hmm.
good at graphic design what they do, and they get asked to be on these cool teams
Mm-hmm.
um, where they have a creative director, and the creative director has like two graphic designers, an animator, a merchandise designer. So yeah, you can have it both ways. It depends on what you want to do, but for me personally, I would advise you to just explore what you like to do in life and see if the thing that you wanted to do is actually as fun as you imagined it.
Yeah. And I feel, I have an interest in a lot of things. Like I like graphic, online drawing on the iPad,
Yeah, digital
but
art.
also photography I like, and drawing in real life and painting in real life. So I know I've been struggling with that.
Yeah.
Like, do I need to stay focused on one thing and be really good at one thing? Then you said to me, why? Because if it makes you happy to learn
Yeah.
all that, you should do it.
That's the very, very most important thing that
Mm-hmm.
if it makes you happy, do it.
Yeah, just like
And
Jackson says, exploration is key.
definitely.
Guess I think he means key.
See you later, Jack.
Bye bye.
And let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to like dual stream on Twitch and YouTube when I just started out, but like for some reason like the Twitch thing like kind of went
Sorry.
downhill. um, and like Revolver says, the more tools you get in your toolbox, the better you build. But yeah, but it's also like completely fine to do like one specialty if that's your thing, you know.
Mm-hmm. Jackson also needs more graphic designer streams, and I think you're gonna do that on a weekly basis.
Yeah. So on Friday I'm gonna do it again. I am going to do some artwork with the Dread Renders Volume 3,
Mm-hmm.
the plexiglass chains and the plexiglass. What are they called? At the top here, barbed wire.
Change? Oh.
So yeah, that's what we're gonna do
Mm-hmm.
on Friday, and on Wednesday I want to keep the podcast on. Let's see if we have something else to talk about because we were talking about COVID for a while.
Oh yeah, I don't know if of any of them have any concerns or questions about working at home, or any solutions.
Yeah. So people in the chat,
how do you stay sane?
Yeah, how do you stay sane? You have any questions for us about like working from home or any other questions? Just let us know in the chat. So Pound Plus asks, what type of music did you make? So I made a lot of music. When I started making music over 10 years ago now. I'm getting old.
It's okay.
So I started out making hardstyle when I was like 13 or 14.
Because that was cool.
That was cool. It was like the whole moment. Cool thing. Yeah. Revolver says, hide your gin, hide your keyboards.
Hey, you did get the stuff to clean it.
So. Yeah, I'm going to clean it after the stream.
You can show the results on Instagram. The process.
Live stream, keyboard cleaning. So after that, I started making like kind of like a house and EDM when it was just like starting to get big. And especially in the Netherlands, the Dirty Dutch thing became a thing. Spinning records was established, became a thing. And I was like 14 or 15 at this time. And then, let's see. I was even getting bullied at school for making music and being a DJ.
No.
And then
That's sad.
Yeah, that's fine.
Stupid bullies.
A lot of teenagers just like they're jealous of people having hobbies and just want to make fun of that. I think after like doing the house thing, I kind of went into like it kind of evolved into mainstream EDM together with hardstyle, and then I met a friend of mine and we started making music together. We did like a lot of EDM stuff, big room house in 2012, 2013, electro house. And then we started doing trap music in like 2014, 2015. So we did like a lot of Yellow Claw stuff, DJ Snake kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Skrillex thing. Um, then after that, we kind of split up, and I did this solo thing for a while. I tried to do like reggaeton and baile funk and like mainstream like Dutch
Mm-hmm.
music as well. Like I just did it for the gigs. And after that, I kind of dropped out in music and I started interning for Yellow Claw. So I stopped making music, but I did like trap for myself just
Mm-hmm.
as a hobby. And that's when I like really gave up like the musical career. And after that, let's see. Yeah, now we're here. And now I like try to produce more tech house, techno, rave music, underground stuff. So yeah, and also I want to start making music streams as well in the future. But for that, I need to have a little bit more equipment. Um, but yeah, and yeah, you're right, Palm Plus. The trap music era was cool. The SoundCloud one. Pasha said no Dutch house, nice. Yeah, a lot of music. I've done it all.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm really like into boiler room stuff. You know, like just some like low key stuff, I guess. Um, so let's see. What question? What my favorite food is? That's a good way to say saying
Oh, I can't eat my favorite food all day
you
because I
can't.
will get very big.
Huh?
I like fries a lot.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Uh,
and French toast.
French toast. I think
I will eat that like two times a week, 3 times maybe, and grilled cheese.
grilled cheese.
But
But
mostly fries from the Fat Greek.
oh
That's a
yeah,
restaurant here. So
yeah.
it's so
And
good.
Korean street food is also really nice.
Oh yeah.
Dumplings and stuff like that.
Mm.
Um, then there was another thing that like I recently had it and it was like super nice. Anything with
We
molten
really like
cheese, really.
food. We're very passionate about food.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember it. You said it's really nice. It wasn't the pizza from Friday, no.
It was
Something we ordered in or I made.
like there are some burger. I love
Oh,
a
the
good
burger.
burger.
Mm,
I can choose. I really can't choose. Like I love pizza as well.
no.
Fast
I
food.
really like
I love
the
good quality
noodles.
fast food. You know?
Boksu.
Ah yes,
Oh,
yeah, definitely.
yeah. Mm.
Like teriyaki beef and stuff.
Mm.
Mm.
I like tarek. I like all this. I like everything that's salty.
Mm.
But I
Savory
also
stuff.
really like McDonald's.
Yeah,
Really, really.
she's obsessed with McDonald's.
Yeah. If I'm hungry, you can just get me some
Yeah, I'll
nuggets and
toss like some big McNuggets your
yeah.
way, and then
I'm happy.
let's see.
I'm hungry. Can we get McDonald's tonight?
Huh?
No, I don't think so. Mm.
No, we're having falafel. We're on the vegan tour. So which DAW do I use or DAW? I use FL Studio. I started using FL Studio with FL number 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
I think I started with 7 and they're at 20 now. I think. So yeah, I've been using that. I've never like changed. I tried Ableton. But yeah, it never really stuck to me. You have no idea what I'm talking
No.
about, are you?
I'm just
It's the
yeah.
software where you make music.
Oh.
So yeah, I really can't wait to do more music related stuff. Maybe like a music contest, producer contests. Can't wait until the Dreadlabs label is set up, which we are. There's a little bit of delay in there, but we really want to like start doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the future, we don't really have a set date for that. First, we want to focus a little bit more on clothing. So someone asked some books. I'll just put this book like on the top. Another thing that I've been meaning to ask you, Javi, you had also like an idea for a segment that you wanted to do every week, and it has to do with these little green guys here.
The plants.
So
we're obsessed with plants.
yeah, we have like over 30 plants in our apartment right now. And I think you had a like really cool idea where you would show one weekly and talk about it for a little while.
I thought it was a joke.
Oh, you thought it was a joke?
Yeah, but I can.
Which one? Should we start with this one?
Yeah. I don't know the English name of it. It's in Dutch. It's the pannenkoekenplant.
And which literally translates to the pancake plant.
I think it's English. It's pancake plant. Yeah, it's a pancake. Yeah, you can't really say much about it. It's
Where did we buy it?
Oh, I think it was at Koppelmans. It's a store by you.
Oh, near my where my parents live, right?
Yeah. And I really like pancakes, so I was like, I want a pancake plant, and I bought it. And it was first in a smaller pot. It's starting to get big, and we need to English words for stekker.
Propagate.
Propagate it.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be a baby one, and I just started the whole process of propagating our plants, and so we have a whole station over there with plants in bottles of water.
Also,
pancake plants.
Yeah. I don't know why, but this one also always like seems kind of fragile.
Yeah.
But I've seen like such big versions of these plants. Yeah. They're, like, strong.
We need to repot him, I think, because he's in a small. It's kind of cute. I know you hate it, but it's a bear.
I thought it was a cat.
No, I think it's a bear, and it's a handmade pot from someone in Tilburg.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that.
Now you like him?
I like it better.
I like it. Yeah, I like it. The pancake plant. So maybe we can send it to some friends.
I think it's a pilea. Pilea?
Really. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah. But we call him pancake plant.
Pancake plant. So yeah, that's the plant highlight for this week.
Do you have any favorite plants or kind of plants or?
Also, like talking about COVID, I think it's a really cool hobby, and it's nice to have something you can take care of. You know, it feels nice.
Whoa! Just like you said.
Like AR8 says.
Yeah.
This quarantine, definitely. But like, look how frequent we go on walks, how many plants we take care of. How I even started like planting my own like pepper seeds, you know, like my
you got them from your birthday.
And my cayenne pepper seeds. They're like sprouting right now. And
do you want to show it?
I'll show them in the next episode. It's such a fun hobby. It doesn't really take that much like time and attention.
No,
it really depends on how many plants you have. Though.
I have a problem. I need to confess.
What?
I'm obsessed with watering my plants.
Yeah, she is.
The only plants I kill is by giving them too much love and too much water.
Yeah.
I will drown them.
So we try to get if we get new plants, we try to get ones that like really like water.
Yeah.
We have a monstera as well. You can really see it, but it's on the
shelf.
Should I get
it?
If you want to.
Yeah.
Or you want to feature him next week?
No, I want to show him.
Okay. So yeah, and it's such a like if you don't have like a lot of them, it's a nice hobby that you can take care of from time to time. You know, like.
I like him. We just got him as a small one.
I think he started here or something.
Yeah, it's kind of big now.
Yeah.
I'm really passionate about plants. Maybe you can tell.
Ooh. Also, I have a really nice tip for quarantine as well.
What?
Board games.
Oh, yes. Yes.
We discovered a board game. Do you know Hortensias? Hydrangea. Let me look that up. Which one is that? Let me look that up right now.
You know it if you see it.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
Yeah. It's an outdoor.
It's outdoor flower plant, right? That's a nice one. I think a lot of people who have like really lively, lush gardens have them.
We did have them at my
parents' house.
Parents' house. Yeah.
But yeah, back to the board games. We discovered a board game, and I don't think it's in English, is it?
No, but I think you can play it in English. You don't need to read anything.
So basically, this is a board game where you can customize the board.
Yeah.
And instead of like rolling dice to progress, you have just the goal is to progress is by using different cards, and these cards can go all the way different. It's called the Road to El Dorado.
Yeah.
And it's such a fun game. I really recommend it. It's 30 euros or something, but like it's been worth the money.
Gundam building.
Yeah, a lot of people also got into Gundam building. And myself as well. I started doing them last summer.
Yeah.
I have over 6.
You started when we were on vacation in the Netherlands. We did a road trip to the Netherlands. And we went to a store, and it kind of looks like a childish play store. Is play store right?
It's a toy store.
Toy store. And we thought it's gonna be a small store, just like no. And we thought it was gonna be a small store. And when we walked in, there was such another level with a stair, and it was so big. And it was like a whole department of model building for you.
Yeah, model building, board games, puzzles,
even Lego and Playmobil. But there you got your first Gundam.
Yeah, and now I'm 4 in them, if I'm not mistaken.
I think, yeah.
There were 4 high grades, 1 3 high grades, 1 real grade, 1 master grade, 1 Digimon, not knockoff, but it's not a Gundam, but it's also by Bandai. And then we have I've ordered the master grade Sasabi Verka as a treat to myself, which is way too expensive.
It's okay. When during COVID we can't go to dinners or on dates, so
yeah, definitely.
You can have a date night.
Spend your money elsewhere, you know.
Yeah, we can have a date night as a hobby night. You can.
You can do
make your Gundams, and I can make. I ordered a diamond painting. I don't know if anyone knows it. It's a like painting on color, but with stones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a wolf.
Of course, we can be best friends, Jackson. By the way. Also, I know another designer who does Gundam, and that's Jesse Nyberg. He also has a YouTube channel. Check him out.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you also bought some clay. Is it called clay?
Clay? Yeah,
right?
Clay, air drying clay. And I'm gonna make a candle holder. But we don't have candles yet.
You also should
long, and I want to make them curvy, like.
And you should also make me like a thing where I can put my Gundam runners.
I thought your gin. Are you still using that glass? Can you put it a bit there?
Yeah. It's still dangerous.
It's way too dangerous near the laptop.
What's up, Fabrizio? I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. I'm not really good at that.
Fabricio.
Yeah.
Fabricio. No, it's Spanish. That way.
Portuguese, actually. And people in Brazil speak Portuguese instead of Spanish. That's what I learned from Matthias, actually.
My mom just watched the podcast, and she said we're just like Matti and Marieke, and it's like a duo from
it's the Dutch radio duo. But did you like it?
I think so. I haven't read it,
But yeah, it's...
I needed to say we always listen to Herman in the car for the music part.
Herman?
Herman in de zon op het terras. Wist niet meer dat hij in Nederland...
Oh, yeah, it's a Dutch song.
Yeah, it's a Dutch song.
You got the silk
So
screen.
I hope you're happy, Mom.
What is silk screen? Well, silk screen and Build a Little Station.
Ooh, I don't know.
It sounds interesting, but I don't know what it is. But yeah, what's up, Mar? I would really like advise everyone, if you have a roommate or if you're still living with your family. I know this, you probably heard this 1,000 times, but like board games is what really helped us.
And puzzles. But really board games.
Plans. I found so many hobbies during this like pandemic.
Same. When we first started, you had like at home 4 plants and I had 1. No, I had more. I think 5 or 6.
You had 1.
No. Last year when I moved to Tilburg.
Yeah, but before that you had 1.
Yeah, true.
When you started going to a room, you had 5. Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe you don't know that last year I lived on my own at the first pandemic in March, and then in during the summer I moved back home with my parents because my contract.
Yeah, the building closed down. Basically.
Yeah, the building closed down because they didn't have the permission. It's kind of really was really strange. And then we moved back together, and we had so many plans. Yeah.
Oh, it's just screen printing. Ah, nice.
Oh.
I actually, that's also a thing that I did. I also went to a screen printing course in Amsterdam. In October, yeah. And I'm also that's also gonna tangle into the clothing videos that are coming up in the future. You're right, Palm Plus. A lot of creative people have very similar interests. I feel like a lot of us also derive this creativity from certain influences, right?
Yeah. But like seeing us when we first started dating, we were like, we have so much in common, and all of this was creative.
Yeah. It was super fun.
Yeah.
I was just counting like the hobbies that I acquired during this COVID thing, or the things that we did, and
plants,
Gunpla. We did candle making.
Yes.
What was another one? Board games. Well,
we moved in together.
I had some books, but I tripled my design book collection.
Chinese
tea. I don't know what the ritual is called again. Yeah. It's a Chinese tea ritual. Then we had another one.
Selling clothes online, I think, on Vinted.
Is that a hobby?
I think. I made money from it. I like it.
Selling vintage clothes.
Our
own old clothes. We did a lot of video games. Cooking.
I really like cooking.
We played a fair amount of Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley not a lot. Yeah. We played for like 2-3 days.
Yeah, when we first started, we were in it together, and then I started my own game.
I got bored of it.
Yeah.
I prefer Minecraft.
But I like to play it with you.
Yeah. You're more of a social gamer, you know? That's the fun thing about the Nintendo Switch, though.
Yeah. It is.
But I like the solo games, so I've been waiting. I can't wait for the next Pokemon game.
Oh, and I know a big thing that changed for you during COVID. Dreadlabs.
Oh, wow, yeah. I completely forgot that Dreadlabs is not even a year old.
Yeah.
Dreadlabs actually turning 1 year old on April 18th.
18th.
So that's less than a month.
Are you gonna do something special for it?
Maybe.
Oh.
We
Dreadlabs Rave Bucket.
Oh, no. He heard something different from cooking. Using the air. No, we don't have an air fryer, but
yeah. Sorry. Cooking. The ooh.
The ooh. But yeah, like Jackson actually says, doing Dreadlabs. The first video launched on April 18th. I had this idea in my mind for over 3 years now, but it has grown so much bigger than I imagined. And I am so grateful to say that I actually can almost make a living out of this.
Mm-hmm. And you got a dog this year?
Oh yeah, my parents actually got a dog. Snow. You might have seen him on some of my Instagram stories. He's Samoyed. Mm-hmm. Really cute, fluffy little cloud of happiness.
Yeah. We got a new dog.
You got a new dog as well. Yeah.
A big German Shepherd.
Sam.
Yeah, he eats babies, so...
He doesn't eat babies.
He eats babies. He's very scary.
He's so sweet.
He's a pussy.
He's like a... He's not dumb, but he's super innocent, and he doesn't really know how big he is.
Yeah, his last owners, they needed to give him away because he was too energizeful.
He was
couldn't was too energetic. Yeah, he couldn't get his energy out, and they really didn't give him the attention he needed with other dogs. So when he sees another dog, he's very happy. And he's like,
"Yeah,
hello, hello, I want to meet you." But the other dog's like, "No," and because he's a German Shepherd, people
he's
think
super big and he looks intimidating. Yeah,
and most people are afraid of him. But he's very sweet.
Pasha has a good question about NFTs, and I think this is also like a
Ooh.
big important thing to talk about. And also, I think after this, we're gonna call it a day, and we'll see you guys in the next podcast next week. But yeah, I think it's important to talk about this for a second because I think
I don't understand it, so
yeah, I'll break it down for you. So NFTs are basically like digital art, and you can sell it online. That's the short thing, and it goes, and you can sell it in different ways. But the most, well, the one that I've seen doing the most is on Foundation, and you basically do it through auction, and it's sold in cryptocurrency, mainly Ethereum, Ether. So I released an NFT last week, and I think it's important to talk about what happened with that because, well, nothing really weird happened, but I think people should know how the process goes. So the first important thing is I feel like the market is getting a little bit oversaturated. So, like in the first few weeks, almost every NFT got sold instantly, and people made like a lot of money from it. So it became really attractive for creatives. So basically, every designer in our community wanted to release NFTs, and the big designers really made like quite a little bit of money about it off of it. And yeah, as an outsider, you see like a lot of designers making money out of nowhere, fairly looking easily. Yeah, the problem here, or the problem that I experience is I can see if I wouldn't have Dreadlabs and I wasn't really like that popular, it would be way harder for me. For example, to get into the Foundation platform, you can only get in there like in Clubhouse through an invite, and the only way as a creator on Foundation to get an invite is to sell your NFT. So I cannot invite you to Foundation unless I sell my first artwork there, my NFT there. So yeah, that's where it gets hard for like smaller designers, or and that's where like cloud or like how big on the internet you are starts playing a role immediately. And then there's something else that a lot of people, I have no one seen talking about this, like and those are gas fees, and that's something that I didn't even knew existed until like this week when I uploaded it. And gas fees are basically, like, correct me if I'm wrong here, Chad, but you pay money for the miners to connect to the blockchain and to put your artwork like on the blockchain or something like that. Basically, you have to pay a fee every time you make contact with like the Ether network. And you have to pay once to mint it, and then you have to list it so it will go up on the website live. And I paid $160 for that, and it can be more or it can be less. But
a dollar or euro?
Dollar.
Okay.
Or I paid in Ether, but it was converted to dollar before. And so you make an expensive $160 before you even sell them. And mine's up there for 2 days now and hasn't been sold. I'm not like thinking that I'm not gonna sell it, or I'm not confident that I am gonna sell it or something. But it's really important to know that you can't. This is not like a free, quick, easy buck or something, And I know it looks like that on social media, but everything on Instagram is better as it looks. But it's a little bit harder than that, and it also costs money. And I think it's important that people know about that.
Yeah, it is.
And yes, like some people in the chat already have been saying, I haven't really looked into this myself, but I've been hearing that it's quite bad for the environment because of the mining.
Mining.
And yeah, it's something to like power consumption, like Jackson says. So the power consumption, Jackson explains it right nicely. You're paying for the power consumption to connect to that blockchain, and that's why it's called gas fee, because you're paying for the energy they use to create to the service. It's a little bit weird.
Can they use just solar panels?
I'm not really sure how it works.
Okay. It sounds really outdated.
Yeah, there are also some like green NFT platforms which use like more environmentally friendly crypto or something.
I agree, Jackson.
But yeah, and like Jackson says, fast fashion is even worse. But let's talk about that another day. But yeah, I thought a lot of designers. Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of designers should know about those crypto NFT. Well, not dangers, but yeah, it's something that I haven't seen a lot of
you
people
need to
talk about.
look into it before you start with it.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, there's that on NFTs.
Yeah.
And with that out of the way, I think we're gonna round it up here and see if we can cook some dinner or something.
Yeah, I really would like to get some McDonald's and eat it at the park in the sun.
Maybe. We'll see.
So I think if you have any suggestions or improvements, maybe the quality, camera, lights.
Yeah, anything.
Let them know.
Topics to talk about, anything.
Setting, more plans, less plans. I always think more, but
yeah, definitely. Like this is a first for us as well. I've never done a live podcast before. We have never done a podcast together. We actually have once, by the way.
Yeah, we did. We never
did one for Dreadlabs. So podcasting in general is also like kind of new to us.
I never did an English podcast.
Talking in English as well. Yeah, so yeah, if you guys have any feedback for us, please let us know in the comments, even if you're watching this afterwards.
Yeah.
To answer the last question, AR8, I haven't done streams on Behance yet. I feel like YouTube is a nicer platform because it's a little more accessible for everyone. So yeah, if you have topics for us to talk about next week, like Joao, plans, questions for us, let us know. You can send Dreadlabs a DM on Instagram. You can let us know in the comments. Send us an email for that matter. So if you want to support us, you can get the project files from all of my tutorials on our Patreon page. If you become a patron, you don't only get access to all of these files, but you also get a 15% discount in the Dreadlabs web store, as well as a exclusive 15? Discord role and channel. Yeah,
that's so much.
There's also the Dreadlabs web store where you can get your assets and your merchandise. So yeah, I think that's basically everything plugged. Yeah. This Friday, I will host like another live stream, but we're going to do design. I am going to do design.
I think I won't be there.
Gabi won't sadly be here.
Maybe give you a gin.
Yeah, if I drink gin again.
Yeah. I'll give it into a Big Mac. So you can't.
I'll put my laptop on a pedestal or something. So yeah, basically that's it for this episode. We'll be here next week again live. So we hope you like this, and we'll see you hopefully next week or this Friday. So this was Tom and Gabi from Dreadlabs signing off.
Okay.
We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.